What is up, my fellow Force fans? I'm Brandon, and welcome back to the Star Wars Vault. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications to get notified whenever we come out with new videos. In today's video, we're going to be covering one of the new TV spots for The Rise of Skywalker. I just want to start off by saying that our channel is not covering the leaks that have been going around like crazy. We just kind of want to keep it spoiler free and not ruin anything for anyone. So it's going to be purely speculation. So I'm just going to start off by playing the first half of it because the second half is just stuff that we've already seen before. So I'm just going to play the first part of the TV spot. So without further ado,
been every voice you have ever heard inside your head.
insane. Wow, that trailer has gotten me 100% more excited for this movie. So many reveals. So it starts off with Kylo Ren entering an unknown system onto a planet where we see this like giant trapezoid looking structure. It kind of looks like two Jawa sandcrawlers kind of formed into one thing. But this giant structure seems to be like floating on some water or a desert. I can't really tell. It would make more sense if it was on a desert. The planet that Kylo is on could possibly be Korriban or Moraban. It's basically the same thing. It is the birthplace of the Sith species, and we've also seen this place in the Clone Wars TV series, where Yoda is sent there by the wills of the Force, and there he encounters a couple of different Sith spirits, which were some great episodes. Anyways, then we see Kylo out of his TIE fighter and walking up, which we've seen in other trailers. Then he walks into this cave-looking thing, walking into that giant structure that we just saw earlier. Then it pans to Kylo being lowered into this, what seems to be a Sith temple. As the lightning strikes, it lights up these giant statues of different people or creatures in like Jedi robes. Then the camera turns to Kylo, and simultaneously the lightning strikes and we get a better look at one of these statues, and to me looks exactly like the famous Sith Lord Darth Nihilus, which would be awesome to see if they're incorporating some Legends material into this, which we need. And also, if it is Darth Nihilus, then that would confirm that it is a Sith kind of temple, and which many fans have been longing to see on the big screen. They have already introduced Sith temples in Star Wars Rebels, which is a super underrated addition to the Star Wars story, which is a totally different video for another time. So then we get a shot of the entire place where Kylo is in, and it's gigantic. And it looks to me personally like the Valley of the Dark Lords. Originally known as the Valley of the Sleeping Kings, this place has tons of Legends history and some canon history as well. So referring to the canon history, the Valley of the Dark Lords was an area of Moraban that contained numerous monuments serving as crypts for the deceased Dark Lords of the Sith. During a time known as the Dark Age, the Jedi-Sith war broke out. The Jedi managed to defeat the infighting Sith, bringing the Dark Order to its knees. As it turns out, one Sith named Darth Bane survived. He ended up creating the Rule of Two and was also the last Sith Lord to be buried in the Valley of the Dark Lords prior to its abandonment. And that would also make so much sense why Sidious would want to bring Kylo to this place. So as Kylo is walking through this abandoned place, we hear the Emperor's voice, and he says, "My boy." And then he goes on to say, "I have been every voice." And then it switches to Snoke's voice, and he says, "You have ever heard." And then switches again to Vader's voice, "Inside your head." Insane. Insane. I'm wondering now, after seeing this trailer, is why the Emperor's voice has been sounding different in different trailers. People have been saying that it doesn't sound like Ian McDermott, but that would be crazy if they were just kind of mashing some of the voices together, and that's why it was sounding like that. But this has huge implications in the fact that now it's almost confirmed that Snoke was controlled by Palpatine, or maybe never even existed in the first place and was just a force projection. Palpatine was force projecting the image of Snoke, which would be crazy, and I'm super on board with this way, this route that it seems like they're going. This also explains why Kylo Ren has Vader's helmet and talks to it, because he might actually be hearing Vader's voice, which actually is Palpatine, which is insane. As long as they can explain how Palpatine is doing all of this and how he survived, which I'm sure that they will, I'm on board with this movie 100%. But that's really all I wanted to touch on. I wanted to just cover this new TV spot and where this new location could be and what this could possibly mean for this movie. But I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below where this place that Kylo is, if it's a Jedi or a Sith temple. I want to know your thoughts on it. And again, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to get notified whenever we come out with new Star Wars content. It really does help us out. Thanks for watching so much. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and may the Force be with you always.